Hey guys, welcome to Al's Tech Corner. Today we're going to talk about the st9120u Universal Electronic Fan Timer made by your buddy Honeywell. Okay, so it fits in all kinds of different furnaces. Here they are here. They're all written on here on the manual. That'll tell you exactly what it fits. But if you can see here, there's Goodman, ICP, Skymark. There's Armstrong, Duquesne, York. There's a whole whack of them. Okay, it comes with all these different connectors to make sure that if your connectors are a little bit different, they're all universal. They change them over, and it'll make it fit just about anything. Okay, so here's how this timer works. Okay, so this is where the neutrals go. Here's your neutrals. Yeah, okay. Now, so that you don't have your humidifier running all the time in the summertime, because you don't want that. You won't even want that running in the wintertime. So that's what this board does. See that? That says humidifier. So when you get a call for heat, that's going to send power to that part. Okay, so that it powers your humidifier, so that it works. In the summertime, that won't be powered, so you don't got to worry about that ever coming on, which is a good thing. Okay, now this here part right here, IND, that's your inducer motor. That's for the exhaust for the furnace. So the inducer motor, I explained that in another video how that works. So when that inducer motor comes on, shuts the pressure switch, blah, blah, just go see the movie. Tells you all about it. So that's where the inducer motor goes, the power to that one. Now these are your two L1s and L2, okay? Now, if you wanted your fan on your furnace to run continuously, you would put one of your leads to the continuous side right here, and then your fan would run all the time. Some people want that because they always want the air circulating and to keep certain areas warm, such as the basement. They also do it for air cleaning purposes, so that they always got the air running across the air cleaner. Okay, so if you have an electronic air cleaner, the power goes here. Okay, so the electronic air cleaner will only be powered when the furnace is on. That way you're not wasting electricity with the it being wired directly. It only comes on when either the air conditioning is on, the fan's on, or the furnace is asking for heat. Okay, so now the cool side. Okay, so when the motor, the actual air motor that blows the air through the house, okay, the black motor goes on here because the black on the motor is always high speed on these motors. Okay, so that would go there. That's where the black wire goes. Now down here, you can put different colors here. That could be a red one, it might be a blue one, could be a yellow one. Okay, now the red is going to be a low speed. Now what you're going to have to do properly to make sure this is working properly is you should be doing a heat rise. It's going to show you on your sticker on your furnace where the heat rise is. Just look on the sticker on the left-hand side, and it'll tell you what it should be, 45, 50 degrees, I don't know, they're all different. But you want to make sure it's within that range, and how you do that is by using this one here, the heat side, okay? And you can, if you're not getting a proper heat rise, you can go for the low speed and take it up to, say, the blue one, bring it up a little bit higher. And that'll make the furnace a little bit cooler for you. Okay, so that's how that works. Now, over here, this is the time delay. Okay, now this time delay, maybe you can see it there. It's written down there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, those dip switches are, what they do is they tell the furnace how long to stay on after the burners have shut down. Okay, so they're all, you might want it a little slower, a little bit higher. I suggest to put it up on the higher side so that it runs a little bit longer, so that you get the proper cooling of the furnace cooling down, and you use the money that you spend on gas to heat up that heat exchanger for you. Okay, so now getting over to here. Here is a 5 amp fuse right here. Okay, so take that out, pull it off, just pulls right off. Take that off before you start wiring this up. After it's all properly wired, then put it back in. Okay? Now, a lot of manufacturers suggest that you put a ground wire strap while you're working on these. I've never had to use one. I've never had a problem, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it. So if you have a grounding strap, I suggest you use it. Okay, this is for your transformer side. This is what powers the 24 volts, 28 volts to this control board. Okay, so that's what lights it all up. Now, down here, if you can see it, it's really small. Just a second here. Well, you really can't see it. Oh, there it is right there. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. You see that little green light? It's really small there. Okay, that's your diagnostic light. Now, if something goes on with this furnace, and say, for example, the pressure switch fails, it's going to give you 3 flashes. And on your code book, it's going to tell you what the flashes mean. Okay, so you just got to read that. So there's a whole bunch of different flash codes that it gives you. So now when you're connected up to low voltage on this, okay, let's talk about low voltage. Okay, so here is your common. So there's your common wire. Okay, this G wire is a green wire. I don't know what color your wire is, but that wire is what you should have a green wire there. But anyway, that wire is what it does is that runs your fan. So when you turn your fan to fan on at the thermostat, that's where the power goes, and that would make your furnace run full time. Down here is cooling. Okay, Y is for your cooling. So that's where you would put for the air conditioning side. W, that's your heat cycle. So that's where your white wire would go for heat. And this is your main power, your red power. This is where your 24, 28 volts would be going. Okay, and that's how that works. So there you go. This is pretty easy to install. It's not that hard. But like I said, make sure you take this out before you start wiring it up. Okay, take that 5-amp fuse out. And if your board does not light up, like when you put the power to it, check that fuse. Make sure it's got continuity across there. Okay. All right. So here you go. All right. You can get these at heatingpartscanada.ca. www.heatingpartscanada. L out. Have a good day, guys.